good morning, and welcome. For those of you that are new here, I am Jody with Tired Moms Go Digital on a journey towards financial freedom through digital marketing, and also here to help as many people as possible start their online business, because the digital marketing industry is going to be worth billions by 2026 and trillions by 2030. So I always like to start my live not only by introducing myself, Gail, good morning, but by also asking you this question. If you are not in the online space in 2026, I just need to understand why. There are so many things that you can do if reselling a course is just not your thing, right? You don't have to resell a course if you don't want to. You can, do Etsy, you can do Pinterest, you can do TikTok Shop, you can do Etsy, you can do print on demand. You can, like I said, the opportunities, Warrior 77, good morning. The opportunities are endless. So I just need to understand what is holding you back, why you haven't started your online business, right? The digital marketing industry. Lucinda, good morning. Lorraine, good morning. Happy Friday, right? Is going to be worth billions by 2026, which is like a few months from now, like literally around the corner, right? And it's going to be worth trillions by 2030, right? Which means that there is a piece of that pie for all of us. So happy Friday. I am excited, right? Today we are going to be talking about the Freebie Trap. And all I'm going to ask you is to tap that screen. Today is Friday. I wasn't on the past couple of days, so I need you guys to show me love. The goal today is 50K, because I'm going to be preaching, guys. I am going to be preaching, period. Okay. That's the thing. People are buying courses. I don't know what to do. Exactly. But the difference here is I tell you what to do with these courses. I serve you before you buy these courses. Jolie, please ask away. How long are you going to be on this morning? My first meeting is not till 9:30. So if I have the energy to stay on till 9:30, I can. But my first meeting is not till 9:30. Okay? So we can make it happen. You went live for 10 minutes? Stop it. Jolie, how did that go? Tell me. No way. Wait. Wow, she went live for 10 minutes. Okay, girl. Okay, Miss Girl. Congratulations. No worries. You could just say, Lorraine, BRB, how you normally say. I know this is amazing. This is great news. We are on fire. I was nervous, wreck, no filters. Listen, again, it's going to be scary. Guys, it is going to be scary, but the fear is temporary. I promise you the fear is temporary, okay? Probably when you do it again, it's instead of 10 minutes, it's going to be 15 minutes, right? But keep on trying. Yes, let us know next time you're on. You know what the thing is, that I don't know about you guys, but I felt like letting people know that knew me, right? Like my besties, my digital marketing besties. I felt like having them in the room would kind of like scare me more. So that's why I wouldn't let them know. But if you need that support, let us know, please. And we will make it happen. Okay, so let's get this started. Let's get the party started. Tappity tap away. Deanna is my hype woman today. Well, ladies, when I am on, I am sending everyone. Please do, by all means. People, don't stay or connect, so I have a hard time doing it. Listen, Debbie, you are focusing too much on people staying. You don't know who is watching from the hallway, right? So please, don't just continue talking, okay? I forgot, honestly. I hyped myself, and that's fine, right? Remember that you are your biggest hype person, and I love that. Viber, good morning. Okay. Thank you so much for my roses. Let's get this party started, right? And if you guys need me to pause at any time, or if you have any questions, pause me. Good morning, right? If you have fallen into the freebie trap, let's talk about it now, okay? If your Google Drive is overflowing with freebies, ebooks, templates, guides, basically a digital hoarder's paradise, but you still feel stuck as F, this live is for you, okay? Because let me tell you, I was on that trap for a really long time at the beginning. Jolie knows, right? That's why I raised awareness where I know you might be stuck, okay? Because here's the real trap no one really talks about. You download one freebie, then another, then another, then another, then another. I know for a fact that was me at the beginning of my journey, right? Suddenly you're busy, you're learning, right? You're collecting like a pro, but you're not actually doing anything. It's like productivity costume, right? You feel like you're working, but nothing's moving forward, right? So let me be clear. I'm not here to judge you, right? Because I was you. Okay, I'm gonna give you a quick story because I like to make it relatable, right? When I first started my journey, I had a folder. I'm gonna to give them away, period. And spending, exactly. When I first started my journey, I had a folder on Canva, right? I had my Canva folder, a freebie. Marketing tips, Tina, good morning, content calendars, 100 hook ideas, beginner's guide, digital marketing, beginner's guide, how to start your digital marketing business, right? Digital marketing checklist. Like when I tell you, like the list goes on and on and on and on and on, it was like, I thought every guide that I would download would be like and I would only download guides from like big creators that were making money, okay? But again, I thought if I just had one more PDF, everything would magically click for me. But the truth, right? The truth was I was hiding behind those freebies. I was scared to show up, right? Scared to post, right? Scared to sell. So I told myself I was learning. Chris, thank you so much for my TGIFs, right? So I told myself I was learning, but really I was just delaying my success, right? So if that hits home, I promise you, I see you. You're not alone, and we are going to fix that today. So now that we've ripped the Band-Aid off and exposed the freebie trap for what it really is, let's talk about how to get out of it, okay? Here's what we're diving into today. Why this happens in the first place, because it's deeper than just loving a good Canva template. Yes, that's totally me, right? So we're going to break free, okay? I'm going to show you guys how to break free like I normally do, right? How to break the cycle so you can stop collecting and start creating, okay? What to actually do instead, practical, simple shifts, right, that get results, right? How to finally take action even when you feel overwhelmed or unsure. And most importantly, okay, Ty, good morning. How to create a freebie of your own, one that actually attracts aligned leads and doesn't sit in someone's dusty downloads a folder, okay? Like they're actually gonna take action with your freebie. So I told you guys, right? My goal last week was to strategize. No, the week prior was to strategize on my freebie. Good morning, love. Happy Friday. Was to brainstorm on my freebie, right? Because I just felt like this freebie that I had in my store, because I had to sit down and kind of like think about it. If I were to sign up for that freebie, I just felt like it wasn't enough. Thank you so much for my heart, for my roses and my heart me. Christy, good morning. Thank you so much for my roses, right? So I had to sit down and kind of like think about it as in, what am I getting out of this freebie? And I just felt like the checklist that I had, Vanessa, thank you for my heart me. I felt like the checklist that I had was too vague. It was good because it's like, it had like the boxes for you to check off, right? But it was like vague in the sense that it wasn't enough, right? So as me, that I am a person that likes to over deliver, thank you so much for my TGIF. I needed more. So I went and I re-strategized on what I wanted to offer. I wanted to be able to give them enough information to understand what digital marketing is, right? But not too much, right? Because I eventually want them to look at the bigger picture. If you want more, then you need to jump into one of the high ticket courses, right? So I strategized and I went and I created a brand new guide, okay? And I even added a cute little video in there, period, right? Because I like to be very demure sometimes. Okay, so that's what you want to do. You want them to be able to take action and understand. So if you are somebody that is in the pet niche, give you an example, right? And your freebie should look something like hacks, right? For pet parents. If you are in the health and wellness, your freebie can be like a maybe 20 minutes at home quick workout, that people can like jump on and do but it's not going to be a lot of pages, because I don't know about you guys, but I cannot sit there and read. The only thing I can sit down and read is the Bible, guys. I've told you guys, my books are all audio books. Okay, I have a problem sitting still. Okay, so for me, right, that's every time you sit down and you think about your business, about your persona, about your target audience, you need to look at yourself and say, are you really gonna, like, the freebie? I want you guys to like think about this. The freebie that you have, the lead magnet, right? The lead magnet that you have in your store right now, go review it and say, is this something that is really going to like be an eye opener for your target audience, your persona, right? Are they going to understand? Are they going to feel lost? Or are they going to be educated? Are they going to understand at least the basics of digital marketing? Are they going to understand how to take action and what are the next steps, from understanding what a storefront is to what digital marketing is, maybe the difference between affiliate and MRR, right? Those are all things that you need to be asking yourself about the lead magnet that you have there, okay? Think about it in the eyes if you were to sign up for it, okay? Thank you so much for my TGIFs. Okay. So let's go over why the freebie traps happens, right? Fear of doing it wrong, right? You keep consuming because taking action feels scary, right? The shiny object syndrome. Every freebie promises a secret method and you don't want to miss out. But in reality let's just be very honest here, that in reality, you are signing up for that freebie, but it just looks like every other freebie that you downloaded. So you don't actually take the time to go over it. If I am not speaking facts right now, tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. At least for those that have been in this game long enough like I have. You know what I mean? This is good, Jari, because 2 people have gotten my freebie since I created 2 months ago. You know what I mean? We are going, listen. We are breaking free today, and I'm gonna help you guys. Chris, I love how Chris always LOLs to when she knows I am speaking facts. Okay? Again, right? The validation addiction, okay? The validation addiction. You collect freebies to feel like you're being productive, but it's actually fake momentum. And you know I'm gonna keep it 1,000%. Your girl over here is not gonna tell you what you want to hear. I'm gonna tell you what you need to hear. Okay, I'm not gonna tell you what you want to hear. Like if you want to hear that you are good, but you're not, I'm gonna tell you that you're not. I'm sorry. I might break your heart, but hello. You guys love me for a reason, Let me just take a sip of my coffee 1 second. Ilsa, good morning. Angela, good morning. Okay. The no clear direction. Okay, 1 second. Let's see. Okay, maybe it's not good to give a freebie. Wait, no, it is. Wait, it is. Wait, and I'm going to tell you why. Why is not letting me approve your comment? You're not saying anything wrong. Okay. So Vanessa said the hurtful truth is needed. Exactly. And Pretty Paul said maybe it's not good to give a freebie. It is. And I am going to tell you why, right? It is good to give a freebie because email marketing is very powerful, guys. Very powerful, okay? Because I've learned this the hard way from like big creators that grow their account, and then all of a sudden they just lose their accounts, right? But because of email marketing, right? Because they have that lead magnet, right? That people sign up for. So now they have that client there, right? So now they, not that they own that client, but now they have their email, right? So they can nurture their client, right, through email, right? And if they have a new product that they're getting ready to launch, they can also promote that product to on their email, right, through a newsletter, through a broadcast, right? So that is why email marketing and having an freebie is very important, right? It's not only to build those connections, right, to serve them and give them something for free, right, but it's also to nurture them for any other products that you want to promote to them down the line. Okay, thank you so much for my TGIFs. Okay, that's how we collect the emails. Exactly. Let's see. Thank you so much, Jen, for my rose. Okay. I got a course. Thank you so much for my Harmony. I got a course from a creator, and it should have been free because I didn't learn anything. And that is the worst, Debbie. That is the worst. And trust me, I've been there. I've been there where I spend my money on things and I'm like, what is this? Like, this is a waste of money, right? But when you are in this space long enough, you learn to ask the questions, right? As in, how is that going to help my pain points? Because you guys are beginners, you don't know the questions to ask, right? I got played the other day, right? Some girl tried to pitch me something and I said, okay, and she was so good, she actually spoke on my pain points. And when I invested, she played me. She played me, and then I reached out to her and I was like, you did not deliver what you actually said. So I was a little upset, but you need to know how to ask the question so that you don't go investing on something that you already have, if that makes sense. Okay. Let me just make sure I don't miss any comments. 1 second. A freebie gets a person into your sales funnel. Exactly. Which is very important. Very, very important. Okay. Let's see. No. Yeah, and then the upsell comes in my email for the high ticket products. Yeah, without even building the trust like factor. Without even building, guys, the like trust factor. Okay? Ria, good morning. Let's continue, right? No clear direction, right? You don't know your niche, your offer, or your audience. So every freebie feels like it might help, but none of them are tailored to you. Okay. Good morning, love. Right. And you're conditioned to stay in student mode. That is what a freebie, constantly downloading these freebies actually is going to keep you paralyzed, right? Freebies keep you learning instead of launching, planning, strategizing, or producing. Or moving forward with your actual business. Okay. So let's break it down a little bit more. Okay. If you've ever felt like downloading just one more freebie was going to be that magic key to finally getting started, I promise you're not alone, right? This trap happens because it feels like progress. You're learning, you're collecting resources, and you're convincing yourself, right, that you're getting ready. But what's really going on is fear, right? Fear of failing, fear of visibility, fear of getting it wrong, and perfectionism. Okay, so that plays a big role into your business. Okay, you keep thinking, I'll take action when I feel more prepared. But all that downloading just leads to more confusion, less clarity, and you remaining paralyzed. Okay, so what starts off as I just need a little more info turns into digital hoarding and overwhelm and no action. Okay. So again, if that sounds familiar, we've all been there, especially if you're a beginner. I know I've been there. Okay. And not only that, like I said, right, the amount of freebies I had at one point and the amount of freebies I never actually went over and the amount of freebies that looked exactly the same was insane. Okay. It was actually insanity to me. Okay, let's talk about the vicious cycle of the freebie trap. Okay, let's start with a metaphor. Okay, I have to. Why not? Imagine this, right? You wake up, you scroll through IG or TikTok, and someone posts this because that's how they get you. That is how they get you. Freebie alert. Download my 10-step strategy, right? You think this might be the thing that finally clicks. So you grab it. You don't open it right away, but hey, it saves, right? Then another pops up and another. Now it's 2 weeks later. Your download folders is a mess. You got about 43 freebies and still no progress. Does that sound familiar to anybody in this live today? I know for Jolie it does, because she did say she was in the freebie trap, right? She did say she was in the freebie trap, right? If that sounds familiar, I understand, right? Lisa said the same thing, right? How are we going to break down the cycle step by step, right? You feel lost, overwhelmed, or unsure of where to start. Jennifer too, right? You want to start your business, make money online, create content, right? But you feel like something's missing. You're not clear. You feel unqualified. So you start looking for help. Maybe I just need a checklist or a strategy to get moving, right? And then you come across a freebie that promises clarity or a shortcut. It says hook template to go viral, or start your digital biz in 5 easy steps. It sounds like exactly what you need. So you download it, and now for a second you feel productive, right? This looks legit, right? I'll read it tonight, but you never actually do, right? You don't open it, or you skim it, but you don't take action. Either you're too busy, or it doesn't fully resonate, or it feels overwhelming, right? You move on and promise yourself you'll come back to it, but you won't. Popular. I'm gonna be popular. You best believe I am. We are gonna be popular. And then I'm not just ready yet. I need a few more pieces before I start. You checking my email? So I must be speaking to you, Odalisa, today. I must be speaking to you today, right? You start to feel guilty, right? You downloaded 5 to 10 freebies and haven't followed through on any, right? You feel like you're failing. You see others making money, launching, getting sales, right? And you feel behind. Oh, why is this so hard for me? And that's what you start asking yourself. Are you watching what I do? I must be speaking to you too, Lisa, right? You look for another freebie to get the quick dopamine hit, right? You think, I just need to find that right one, right? Maybe the other freebies weren't good enough, right? So you grab another and another. This one looks good. Maybe this will finally give me the answer that I'm looking for, right? Or you don't get the exact answer you're looking for because you don't know. Exactly, Vanessa, right? You repeat the cycle again and again and again and again, right? You now feel more overwhelmed than ever, right? You're paralyzed. Your Google Drive or your Canva is cluttered. It's a mess, right? Your brain is full, but your content calendar is empty. You're always consuming and never creating, right? So bestie, right? You're not in your learning journey anymore. You're on a loop, right? A loop that looks like growth, but keeps you right where you are. Stuck, okay? In capital letters, stuck, paralyzed, okay? The real problem isn't the freebie. It's the lack of strategy, okay? You're hoping that more input will lead to output, but it actually doesn't. Freebies don't work unless you put in the work, okay? Information without implementation equals procrastination disguised as productivity. Okay, I tell you guys all the time, if I come out here and preach you my same exact strategies, but you do absolutely nothing with what I give you, then don't get mad at me if it's not working for you, because I am literally giving you the tea. Right? I am not gatekeeping. I'm not sugarcoating. I am giving you my strategies to the T. If I am giving you so much information, but you're not applying it, then what are we doing here, guys? What are we doing here? Okay? 1 second. Let me just look at this comment. Okay, this the way that TikTok, the update now to to clear a comment, I don't like it. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. Exactly. Thank you, Lalisa, for the mic drops. I agree. I'm gonna pause there so that I can take a sip of my coffee and see if anybody has any questions. My coffee is 10 out of 10, guys, today. If you guys, listen, I don't know what Starbucks is waiting for that they haven't given me like a brand deal, brand ambassador. I don't understand. Like, this horchata espresso is like 10 out of 10. So delicious. For those that you guys that like Starbucks, just saying. So good. So delicious. Any questions? Guys, you know me. Oh my God, I'm in a meeting and types in my Teams. Yes, girl. Ah! I love that. That's so funny. Be careful with the chats. I love the energy today. I am loving the energy. Okay, so no questions. Let's continue, right? Why this cycle feels so addictive, right? Why does the freebie trap feel so addictive, right? How do I get people to get my freebie? Okay, so let's pause so that I can answer your questions, okay? How do you get people to get your freebie? First of all, right, you want to promote your freebies on your stories, right? You want to talk about your freebie. I posted in my story. You also want to talk about it, right? Even when you go live, right? If you said that you go live now, Ty, right? So you want to say, hey, if you want to start your business, if you want to like start digital marketing, but you are not ready to invest in the course, grab my freebie. Grab my freebie where it educates you and let them know what they're going to learn inside your freebie. But you need to keep your word. Don't tell them it's going to teach them the basics of digital marketing if it's not. You know what I mean? Like, for example, let's just say that you are a person that is really good with email marketing, right? And you go live, right? And you have a freebie on the basics of email marketing, right? So if your freebie is learning the basics of email marketing, when people sign up for that freebie, I want to learn the basics of what email marketing is. From why is it so important to how can I start? What prompts can I use to start a email campaign for a lead magnet, or how to nurture my audience that I already have, if that makes sense. Okay. It's affirmation to speak over your business, and that's fine. Staff, good morning. And that is absolutely fine. But emphasize, tell them exactly why how these affirmations has helped you on your business. That's how you want to promote and to get people excited. You need to be excited when you talk about your freebie. I know when I launched my freebie last week, right? I had to post about it in my story because I was like, oh, this came out cute. I was like, this is cute. So I was promoting it in my stories, right? I feel like I don't talk about it often, right? But it's there. It's there, right? And I should, whatever advice I'm giving you guys, I should follow myself, right? But I feel like we should all keep each other accountable. And I feel like at least once a week, we should be talking about our freebie in our stories, okay? Can we create? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. But in your reel, say how, your affirmation has, your call to action should be go grab my freebie and you can learn XYZ. You know what I mean? Thank you so much for my heart, me. Good morning, babe. How's it going? That's how I would do it. Your call to action should be, you could create the reel and your call to action should be go grab my freebie. Okay. I see, period. Hold on. Let me go back because I know I missed a few comments. I had to quick delete. I hope you deleted on time. Okay. So Ria said, could you give us some examples on how to go with the lives this week without providing the freebie? Could you give us some examples on how, thank you so much for my rose. Could you give us some examples on how to go with the lives this week without providing the freebie? What do you mean, React? What do you mean with, thank you so much, Wendy, for my heart me. What do you mean with, could you give us some example on how to go live, how to go with the lives this week without providing the freebie? What do you mean by, can you elaborate, Popular? Can you elaborate a little bit more? I think I'm a little confused. Do you mean like just talking about what you do? Thank you so much for my club cheers. And then saying, if you guys want to learn more, grab my freebie. Is that what you mean? I'm sorry. I just want to make sure. Can we create a reel about it? Yes. I just want to make sure I don't miss anyone's questions. So glad to catch you this morning. Good morning, Wendy. Due to sales, thanks. Okay, so let me just attach your questions to the other piece of it. Wait. Could you give us some examples on how to go with the lives this week without providing the freebie due to the sale? Thanks. I'm still lost. Because of the sale, I don't want them to grab the freebie because I don't want them. So good. You are most welcome, Ty. Okay, because of the sale, I don't want them to grab the freebie. Okay. So you mean how SWC is having a sale? You don't want them to grab the freebie? Is that what you mean? I know they're having a sale going on. Sandy, good morning. So you don't want them, good morning. So you don't want them to grab the freebie because of the sale. I don't want them to grab the freebie. I think they should be able to grab the freebie. You know why? Because what if they decide that they don't want to invest in the course yet? At least they have the freebie, right? The preview. Is your freebie the preview of the course? You can allow them to download that just to educate themselves in the course. I used to have like the previews of all the courses, and I stopped doing that because I feel like that confuses your audience when you have too much. So I ended up just taking it down. I feel like at that point I can just educate them and let them know what they can learn, and if they want to know, I can, just like they can go look at the landing page of the course. I see. Got it. Okay. Just want to make sure. I'm sorry. It took me so long to understand what you were saying. I leveled up. I'm 21. Period, babe. Period. Okay. Let's see. So many mixed opinions about offering a freebie. You know what? Can I just say, I would make sure you capture that email with the freebie. Yes, I agree. Christian, good morning. Can I just say that a lot of big creators, can I just say that a lot of creators now are saying that you don't need a lead magnet. I beg to differ. Like, again, we are building a business. Thank you so much for my heart, me. We are building a business here. If a lead doesn't buy a product from you, right? Okay? But they like you, right? And you don't have anything to offer them, right? How can you nurture them? And let's just say, God forbid, that you lost your account. That's what we were talking about earlier, because this has happened to like big creators where they lose their accounts, right? Because they take email marketing very serious. They can easily say, hey guys, I lost my account. I am currently trying to appeal to get my account back. In the meantime, go follow me on my new account. You know what I mean? You see the power of email marketing again. So I feel like having a lead magnet is very important. Being very strategic about your lead magnet, it is also very important. Okay? Gina, good morning. Hey, you shared it. Okay, I just want to make sure I don't miss anyone. I will make sure. Okay. Does that make sense to you guys? Does that make sense? I made my own freebie on Beginner's Guide to Digital Marketing. And that's great. And that's great. I absolutely love that you did that. I absolutely love that. So far, I got 4 people who took sneak peeks, more action. Oh my God. Wait. Let's be positive about it. The fact that 4 people sign up for your sneak peek is actually amazing. So wait a minute. Let's celebrate that, okay? Let's celebrate that. That means that people are keeping an eye on you. People are keeping an eye on you, okay? Thank you so much for my heart, me. So you need to see that as a win. You need to see that as a win. Your time will come. Please don't popular. Exactly. Christy, yes. Okay, you did that. Let's not get discouraged, okay? And I get it. Tanya, good morning, but please don't focus too much. Don't focus too much on making that money, because remember, when we focus too much on making that money, we forget to serve, okay? And then when we forget to serve, we come out here too desperate, right? And we come out too desperate. We don't really make those genuine connections. I consider it a win when I do too consider it a win. Yes, celebrate all wins, no matter the size, period. Good morning. All is up from here. I love that attitude. Yes, 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 yes. Any questions before I continue? Continue tapping that screen. Continue tapping that screen. Redoing my freebie today and advertising it. And Ty, not for nothing. Titi, good morning. Not for nothing. If you want me to take a look at your freebie, if you want, please, by all means, I would love to take a look at it, okay? If you want to send me the template and you want me to take a look at it, tell me what you want your audience to get out of it. I would absolutely love to take a look at your freebie. Okay, just let me know. Just be like, hey, Jody, I want people to learn how to do affirmations or manifestation, whatever it is. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to review it and see if I get that vibes from your freebie. Okay. And again, we are here to support each other, period. Okay. You are most welcome. Yes, I am proud of you guys for taking action. Look at me. Like, I did not accomplish any of my goals, and here I am, hyper as F. Okay, because we are winning. Okay, you are most welcome. I'm thinking of making a freebie as well. Again, right? I want you guys to sit down. And strategize, right? What do you want people to get out of your freebie? That's exactly what I did when it took me a whole week to brainstorm exactly what I wanted. I knew exactly how many pages. I didn't want my freebie to be a lot of pages, right? So I was like, okay, I want a video, right? I want it to be less than 10 pages, and this is what I want them to learn. That's what I want you to be able to do with your freebie. Okay, I swear you sound like a radio. A morning radio. So hype, girl. You should start. You know what, Vanessa? Like, I have my pot. Let me show you something. Because, guys, you know, Ivy's going to get mad at me because I'm going to make her move. Mama, excuse me. I'm sorry, baby girls. Let me show you guys something. It's asking me to verify. 1 second. Let me show you something, Vanessa. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for my high bear. ChatGPT is the best way to make a freebie. Yes, absolutely use ChatGPT to help you brainstorm. Absolutely. Guys, I use ChatGPT, but lately, because I have been so long in this space, I just use my brain. Like, you know what I mean? But if my brain is like all over the place, I go talk to ChatGPT, because you know that ChatGPT has like the voice note now. I just talk. Like, I'll talk. Like, hey, bestie. So this is what I have in mind. Thank you. Princess behavior. Thank you so much, Jolie. Let me show you something, okay? So when SWC announced in one of their calls that they were coming out with a podcast module, your girl went and got the podcast microphone. In pink, of course, very demure like me, right? I just haven't put it to use yet. And when we went on vacation, right, recently, I went on a girls trip, right? There was like, I went to Planet Hollywood, right? And they had like a director's chair. They had like 2 chairs. And every day when we would go to dinner, I would sit down on the chair with one of the girls, either with my daughter, one of my cousins, or one of the other girls that joined us on this trip, and I would interview them. And they all started telling me that I need to start a podcast. Like they're like, oh my God, you're so good at storytelling. Like, you are so good. You need to start a podcast. And in my head, I'm like, if you guys only knew what I do on the side. Like, it was crazy. So the more you guys keep telling me, I just need the time. I don't have the time, but I think that before the end of the year, I think I'm going to start something small, and I'm going to do like a podcast where it's just like lifestyle, my business lifestyle, where I talk about motherhood, my business, and it's just I'm going to keep it short, right? And I can build from there. But I truly appreciate like you guys always coming over here, hyping me up, giving me ideas, and trust me that when I do it, I am going to share with you guys, let you all know, so that you guys can go support me, listen, and learn as well. So thank you. So I know I got this for a reason, and it's there, and it's here, and I know I'm gonna put it for good use. I'm gonna put it for good use. I know it. Okay, let me just make sure I don't miss any comments. Okay, love it. Yeah, very demure like me. All the conversations I have with ChatGPT, and I know it's crazy. Love that. Thank you so much for my rose. What do you do? Okay, wait 1 second. Let me just approve these messages. It's your calling. I think it is. I think it is my calling too, to be honest. Weekend mastermind. Yes, do it. You guys are hyping me up. You know what? I am going to start, I'm going to start doing the research on how I can do just bite size, like not like these hour longs, like keep them small, where if I'm driving like on a car, right? Like I can just and I feel like talking, I can do something like that. I don't want it to be perfect, right? I feel like if I try for it to be perfect, I'm never going to start the podcast, right? I want it to be messy. I want to start messy. And if Ivy wants to be, she's not a barker, but right, if Ivy's at the back or one of the kids come in and walk in on me, I want to be able to post it like that and be okay with that. Maria, good morning. But yes, I'm going to make it happen, guys. And you guys are going to be the first ones to know about it. So you guys can hype me up. I'm so excited. I think that's going to be like my big goal for July. Okay, for July. Because for June, I have a lot going on. So, yeah. So podcasts aren't always perfect. And but thank you. It's like the more, every time we mention it, you guys just remind me, where's your podcast? You would be so good at it. So I just have to do it. I have to stop and just do it. Okay, so let's continue. If you guys have any questions, please do drop them in the comments and let's continue. Why this cycle, right, is so addictive, right? It gives you temporary sense of control, right? You feel like you're doing something good for your business, maybe have some peeps joining. I like that too, and I will. And I've met a lot of people on my journey. So when I tell you that I have people for days, I have people for days that can join, right? It delays the discomfort of action, right? Taking messy, imperfection action is scary, right? Downloading is easy, right? It validates your fears, right? You keep thinking you're not ready, and grabbing more info reinforces that belief, right? And it keeps you in student mode, right? So safe, familiar, and not responsible for results yet. And how are we going to break that cycle, right? So now let's talk about how to break this cycle, because awareness is cute, but we're here for change, right? We are here to change the bad habits, right, that we grab along the way, right? Step one, you need to call it out. You need to recognize when you're downloading out of fear, not strategy, okay? Then pick one freebie, just one, commit to going all in on implementing that one thing. No more saving PDFs for later, no more just in case folders. You gotta shift from one collector to creator. Okay, set small action-based goals. Like, I'll apply this freebie tip to my next post by tonight. Limit yourself. No new freebies unless you took action on the last one. And remind yourself, consuming content is not the same as building your business. 1 second, guys. Please hold. What we are going to do... What we are going to do instead, right, of collecting is start doing. We are going to take action. If you're watching a training, I want you to pause and apply what you learned before you move to the next video, okay? Or if you're the person that has to watch everything and then come back and apply, then do that too. I'm the type of person, right? I watch my modules, right? And if I feel like, you know, like these modules in the school platform, like they allow you to click the check mark so that you can complete it. What I do is, if I want to take action, I just won't complete it. I'll continue to the next video and I won't complete it. So I know where exactly I need to go back if I want to take action on it. Okay, so you can do the same. Right? And you're going to create a simple workflow that keeps you honest, right? Learn something, apply it, reflect, adjust, and repeat, right? Make things actionable. Start with one platform, one niche, one type of content, and commit to consistency, not perfection, okay? Also, accountability is your best friend. Find a community, a mentor, a digital marketing bestie who will lovingly call you out when you're falling back into the freebie trap, right? Structure creates freedom. So don't wing it, okay? And taking action doesn't have to always be like perfect or you having all things figured out, right? You just need to be brave enough to try, okay? Let me just say this one thing. Action builds clarity, not the other way around. So you need to start messy. Post the thing, send the email, launch the offer, DM that lead, take micro moves that build momentum. Use the 24-hour rule. If you learn something new today, you have 24 hours to apply it in some way. That one shift alone can change your entire business. And don't wait for motivation. If you wait for motivation, and you're going to be waiting forever. You need to move first, and motivation is going to catch up to you. Okay? And how can you create your own freebie? Okay? How can you create your own freebie, right? A freebie that you know is going to be ideal for your actual persona, right? So let's flip the script over here, right? You've been stuck downloading freebies, but let's turn you into the person creating a freebie that is going to be beneficial for your persona, right? So here's how. First, you need to be crystal clear on how you want to help and what problem you're solving. Your freebie should speak to one specific pain point your dream client is actively struggling with, right? Don't overcomplicate it. Keep it short, actionable, and result driven, right? Think checklist, quick starter guide, mini audit, cheat sheet, something simple, something I don't want it to be more than 15 pages because you lost me, right? Okay? Inject your voice and your vibe. Let it sound like you. If your brand is spicy and sassy, let that come through. If you're nurturing and warm, lean into that. And always lead your freebie into the next step, a product, a service, or a way to stay connected. Your freebie isn't the destination, it's the invitation to your next offer. Okay, remember, you're not stuck because you don't know enough. You're stuck because you haven't done enough with what you already know. Okay, so how are you gonna brainstorm your freebie? Okay, I'm gonna share a prompt, right, to guide you through creating your own freebie. Okay. I'm going to give you the prompt and then I'm going to fill in the gaps for you to know exactly what I'm talking about, right? So I help, and then you put in the brackets, right, your specific person, right, who is struggling with, and you want to put the pain point, finally achieve the outcome, right, by giving them a freebie, that quick win action, so that they're ready to take next step with paid offer, right? So I'm gonna give you an example in the make money online niche, right? I help burnt out moms who want to start making money online but feel overwhelmed finally pick their niche with a quick which digital biz is right for me quiz, so they're ready to grab my full digital marketing starter course. Again, I'm going to start with the prompts, and then I'm going to give you an example in the make money online niche. Feel, felt, found, period. Okay? I help specific persona who is struggling with pain point finally achieve outcome by giving them a freebie, that's quick win action, so that they're ready to take next step with paid offer. The example, I help burnt out moms who want to start making money online but feel overwhelmed finally pick their niche with a quick which digital biz is right for me quiz, so they're ready to grab my full digital marketing starter course. Guys, can I just throw this out there? Just because they grab your freebie, right, doesn't mean that they're going to automatically, thank you so much, Alyssa, for my rose. It doesn't mean that they're gonna automatically right away grab your course, right? You need to still continue to build that trust factor with them, right, before they trust you enough to give you money. Let me give you an example. I had a stay-at-home mom, right? Because it clearly said it in her name, right? Reach out to me. She actually commented on one of my posts, right? And she commented the keyword. I sent her the information. First, I said, hey, thank you so much for commenting the keyword. And I asked her, what is it that you're looking for? Good morning, Steph. What is it that you're looking for? Do you want more time? I asked her, and she said, yes, I'm ready to break free. Please place this. I will, Jolie. And I was asking her, trying to build that trust with her, right? She grabbed my freebie, right? And she realized that the course costs money. Well, of course, becoming an entrepreneur is not going to be free, right? So I said, respectfully, no worries, right? I am here. I can educate you. You can continue learning from my reels, right? And from what I have to offer. I invited her to join my lives, right? Where I also I have a lot of educational information, right? And she also learned from my freebie. But she's not okay investing in a course. And I said that is completely okay, right? When she is ready to invest, she will invest. She's not ready yet. And that is completely okay. But at least she has the information there. She at least has the freebie. She's going to start educating herself. And one day she's going to feel compelled enough to just start, right? To not be scared. Because I was scared. Right? I didn't want to invest when I first started my journey. Okay. So those are things. Don't feel like when people sign up for your freebie that they are supposed to take action right away. It doesn't work like that. Okay. So I'm going to give you other examples, right? Working moms who want to create, I'm going to give you freebie ideas by niche. And then I'm going to give you freebie ideas by persona. Okay, there's a difference here by niche and by persona, right? If you are in the make money online niche, which that's most of us in this live, right? You can do like me, for example, right? I could do like a hook guide. I could do a niche clarity quiz, right? I could do a IG or TikTok bio optimization checklist. I could do a 7-day side hustle challenge. If you are in the health and wellness niche, you could do a 5-minute daily reset tracker, a healthy swaps for grocery list, a beginner's meal prep template, 7-day energy boosting routine, right? If you are in the pet niche, right, you could do a pet behavior tracker, do it yourself dog treat recipe ebook, a new puppy essential checklist, 5 signs your pet is bored, right? And then freebie ideas by persona, right? Your specific target audience. You could do, for new digital marketers, you could do clarity over chaos blueprint, 3 mistakes new digital marketers make a PDF. You could do a daily visibility tracker, right? For working moms, it could be nap time hustle planner where you work, Eve, good morning, where you work on your business while your kids are napping, right? It could be 10 content ideas when you're tired. It could be time audit for busy biz moms. For Gen Xers, it could be a reclaim your story, a personal brand starter guide, a beginner's guide to IG Reels. Good morning. It could be a digital biz in your 40s checklist. Thank you so much for the follow, right? It could be I'm sorry, empty nesters now. So lost my train of thought there. For empty nesters, it could be what's next, right? Business brainstorm guide, a weekly passion planner, late bloomer business kickstart. And again, I'm giving you all these ideas and you can have ChatGPT help you. Like, okay, this is the title. What kind of information? Can you give me a 10-page idea on what a late bloomer biz kickstart guide will look like, right? For stay-at-home moms, it could be 15 post prompts to start without showing your face. It could be nap time funnel checklist, confidence to go live, right? Checklist also for single moms, budget-friendly biz setup guide. 10 passive income ideas for moms, 5 ways to show up when life gets chaotic. And for entrepreneurs, right, offer clarity worksheet, sales page swipe file, from idea to offer fast track guide, and Instagram sales funnel map, right? The ideas are endless. And another freebie fix framework that you guys can use is the free framework, right? F for focus on one problem, right? Identify one pain point that your dream client is actively dealing with, right? R for result they can achieve quickly, right? So what's a micro transformation they can get in 5 to 15 minutes, okay? E for easy to consume, 1 page, 1 checklist, 1 video, no overwhelm, right? And the other E, exit strategy, call to action. What's the next step you want them to take? Book a call, buy a course, watch a training. I lose content ideas. I try to edit and think hard. You are overwhelmed, Eve, right? You are probably overthinking every step. So overthinking every step probably is keeping you paralyzed. And that's probably where the issue is, okay? Again, use the free framework to fix your freebie, okay? Nana, good morning, right? Remember, you're not here to collect content, guys. You're here to create change in your life, in your business, and in your story. The best freebie you'll ever get is the decision to believe in yourself and take that damn step, period. Okay, yes, overthinking a lot. Listen, Eve, if you go in the link in my bio, right? If you go into the link in my bio, Eve, you're going to see my YouTube channel, link to it. I have so much good content in my YouTube channel, from limiting beliefs, self-doubt, self-sabotage, how to move forward with your business. I invite you to go check out some of those live replays that I have had here in this. I've had these lives, right? And I just grab the replays and add them to my YouTube channel to help you wherever you're paralyzed to just move forward. Okay, but we are no longer, at least here in my community, we are no longer remaining paralyzed. We are no longer remaining stuck. Okay, we're not going to do that. Okay, yes, like really good, valuable information. Okay, from identifying your content pillars to how to go live without showing your face, how to create a face. Like, I have a lot of good information in my YouTube channel. Okay, it might take you days, right? But just go click on the ones that you want to learn from, right? And they're long. Some of them are 90 minutes long, so you could just hear them on speed, right? But I promise you, you are going to have so much clarity from any live that you pick, okay? I teach a lot in my lives. Any questions, guys? Any questions? Any questions for me? Ay. Okay. If nobody has any questions, popular. You're gonna be popular. Any questions? Any questions? Okay. So, if nobody has any questions, I can recap what we spoke about, what we're going to avoid, right? The freebie trap is real, but avoidable, and I gave you the steps on how to avoid it, right? You're not stuck because you're not smart, guys. You're stuck because you're overwhelmed, right? Freebies aren't bad, but they're not the answer if you never implement, right? You don't need more PDFs. You need more action, okay? Today we chose clarity, strategy, and movement. Now you have a strategy, you have a framework, niche and persona-based ideas, and you have a prompt to build your own, okay? Remember, your freebie opens the door to real connections, right? I don't just give value, right? I guide them to transformation. That's what I want you to tell yourself what your freebie is going to do for your ideal client, right? And say, I attract buyers, not just browsers, right? My strategy is aligned. My audience is ready and my offer is clear, right? And say it with me. I'm not stuck in the freebie trap anymore. I'm building freebies that lead to the bag, okay? Lead to the bag, okay? Period. Who's getting that bag? If you're getting that bag, if you're all about getting that bag, ethically, that is, ethically, keyword, in 2025, drop a bag in the comments. Let's see. Okay, Christy dropped a comments. Let's see. I created a freebie for the skeptical mom, showing them 5 real ways moms are making money online. I love that. Do you think that will work? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And then talk about it. You're not ready, Christy, talk about it. You're not ready to invest in a course? Start with my freebie where I teach you 5 ways, real ways moms are making money online. That's how you can promote it in your story. Deanna, good morning. Any questions for me? Jadi, can we say click on... Okay, so TikTok does not like the word link. So what you could do, what I see people do is use the link emoji. Thank you so much, Deanna, for stopping by. Thank you. Having a fantabulous day on purpose, period. So what I do recommend is doing the link. Just doing the link emoji. And people know exactly what that means. Okay? Period. I got you guys. I got you. Any other questions for me? Thank you so much. Thank you for my puppy kisses. Oh my God, how pretty. Thank you for my roses. Does anybody have any questions for me? Thank you for my heart, me. But again, guys, please, when you guys see the poll, please help me. Help me. Next week, I'm going to have the poll all week. Again, this is gonna be like, again, for you, what do you feel comfortable, right? What do you feel comfortable if, and again, you don't have to attend these lives if you don't want to, right? But I need you guys to like help me out here, because again, I do these lives for you guys. Once again, starting in June, right? I'm gonna have Mondays. I'm gonna leave the Mondays as like kind of like a motivational live. Then I'm gonna have probably Wednesday is going to be the paid live, where you guys, is gonna be like a masterclass where I am going to teach you, right, based on whatever subject you guys, I'll have like a poll. What do you guys want to learn? And I'll just go out there and preach. And then Friday is going to be Q&A. Ask me any questions. And I go and I answer any questions that you guys have. Okay. And then Tuesday, for now, I am going to continue learning TikTok shop. And once I feel ready, then I'll do Tuesday, Thursdays shoppable lives. How are you going to send the invitation? So I'm going to schedule the lives, right? So when I schedule the live, it gives me the option to if it's going to be a regular live, if it's going to be a shoppable live, or if it's going to be a paid live. So when I do the paid live, I have to set the price. So that's why I want you guys, right? Because once you guys like give me approximately the price that you guys feel comfortable, that's the price that all the teachable lives are going to, it's always going to be that. But I need you guys to just help me. What do you guys feel comfortable in doing? How are you going to, so that's how it is. When you sign up for it, you pay for it, and then you have access. You'll have access. If you don't pay for it, you just won't have access to join that live. Okay. You sound morning radio. You should, oh my God. See, another one that is telling me that I sound like, what course you doing for TikTok shop? Chris, I actually invested in, Evolution, like months ago. And I never, when I decided to like take TikTok shop serious, I invested in Evolution. But because again, the rumor started, that's before we lost TikTok for 24 hours. And I never like decided, because I felt like I was gonna go review a course, and then I was delusional, but I was like, why am I gonna learn something? And then, but yes, I invested in that course, and that's what I'm gonna focus on, learning everything, because TikTok Evolution also has its own agency, and they get free samples, and they get like really high commissions. So anything I'm going to do shoppable videos for is going to be products that they have, because I know at least I'm going to get high commissions on those products. So yes. So I'm going to learn from them. And they moved out of school and started in a new platform, and like the community got really upset about that. And after we moved everything to the new platform, they just moved back. This week, they moved back to the school. So I'm happy that we are back into the school community. I swear, I'm obsessed with your voice early morning. Thank you so much for saying that. Their samples are the best. Christy, oh my God, that is so good to hear. Haley, good morning. High level, yes. See, Christy's in there, so she knows. My concern is that I've been wanting to ask in the community, but I did see from some comments that there are people that do both digital marketing and do TikTok shop in the same account. They just said from the comments that I read that it just takes longer for the algorithm to figure out what you're doing. And that's my thing. I don't want to have to I don't want to create another account. Thank you for my heart, mate. I don't want to create another account. I want to teach people how to make money in the same account. I don't care how long it takes me. I don't care like if my videos don't get crazy amounts of view. I want to show people from one account that you could do digital marketing, that you could do TikTok shop, that you could do Amazon reviews, you could do everything. I'm just like, I don't want to create 10. No, I'm so against that. So is the link in your bio? Is the link for what, Ty? What link? One second. Ty, what link are you talking? Are you talking about the TikTok evolution? I'll have to re-add it. If you give me time, I'll let you know. So because they moved the platform, I had to remove my link. Like I deleted my link because they moved the platform, and I had to request a new. Yes, it is affiliate. So let me let me grab, I need to find out now if they're doing it the same way, and then or see if my old affiliate link is still active. If it's still good, then I'll let you know. And I'll check also, because it is gonna be a holiday, to see, because normally when there's a holiday, they actually put the course on sale. So if they put the course on sale, that's actually a win for you. So I'll let you know. Okay. And it is a good course. Yeah, it is a good course. Like, if you want engagement, they do engagement, they do follow trains, they do all of that. Like, cause I've been jumping in there every day to kind of like familiarize myself, since I really want to get into like TikTok shop now. So I'll keep you posted. I'll definitely message you once I have the link set up. Any other questions? You are most welcome. You are most welcome. Like I said, we are securing the bag. We are securing all bags this year. 2025, we are opening multiple doors. Not just the door of reselling a course. We are opening the doors of multiple streams of income. Period. Okay. For me, I've been diving a little bit with the Amazon reviews. I've told you guys about getting my free products, which I'm loving. Hazel, good morning. Getting my little products. Like, I got a speaker with it's like, when I tell you, for me, Amazon is not about the making money, and Amazon is the free products for me. Okay. It's the free products for me. Okay. Like, let me show you guys the free speaker that I got the other day. One second. Guys, look at the, guys, and of course it's pink. Because they ask you what color you want, what size. Look at the speaker that I got from Amazon. I think this is like $60. And it's loud, guys. Like, it's a speaker and a karaoke machine for free. And all I had to do, literally, I did a 42 second review video. Okay, that's all I did. All I did. Yes, I am, girl. If I'm already spending a lot of money, why not? So again, for me, Amazon is about the free products. All for it. Right? It is. So I was excited when they're like, okay, which speaker? Because they have options. They ask you. And I'm like, I want this one and I want this color. And they're like, okay. So again, multiple streams of income, free products. What is it? Period. Yes. Any other questions? Oh my God, we are almost at 60K, period. And again, guys, whoever hasn't, if you are a Starbucks person and you haven't tried the horchata espresso, you don't know what you're missing out. Free products. I got a really nice bathing suit too, like a pink like dress bathing suit that I took to my Costa Rica trip to. Yep. I get a lot of free products for my dog too. Like, I'm telling you, don't play. Don't sleep on the opportunity. You just have to find what works for you, what you're willing to do, and things that don't take a lot of time. I pick what doesn't take a lot of time, what doesn't take a lot of my time. Okay? Anything else? I'm going to wait till we get to 60K and then I'm jumping off. Okay? What do you guys want to talk about next week? What do you guys want to talk about next week? Let me look at my list and see what haven't we talked about. We haven't spoken about patience in the digital marketing space, compliance, and marketing. What else? How to stay motivated. These are all topics you guys have given me and we haven't spoken about. What not to do in the digital marketing space. Let me know. The freebie I missed. Don't worry, I'm going to add this. I'm going to add this to my YouTube channel. And I'm going to crop it because I first started talking about a lot of stuff that had nothing to do. So I'm going to crop it and just load the Freebie Trap. Exactly how I started talking about the Freebie Trap, and then, you know, so you're good. So since I came in, can you touch up? So I spoke about right, like I gave you a framework. I gave you a prompt on how to create your own freebie. Jeffrey, good morning, thank you for my rose. So I'm gonna add it to my YouTube channel so that you can go and because it was a lot of information, and I spoke about why we fall into the trap of the freebie, right? And how the trap, falling into the freebie trap, keep us paralyzed, right? Because we feel like we are in learning mode, but in reality we are just overwhelmed by all the information that we have. Okay, 60K. Okay, well, I am going to be jumping off so that I can finish my coffee. Ty, I will message you once I know what the affiliate is for TikTok Evolution. Keep you posted on that. Have an amazing day, guys, and I will see you all Monday. I know Monday is a holiday. Thank you so much for my heart puffs. I will probably be on, since it is a holiday. I know I'm gonna be up early, so I'm gonna say 7:30. I'm gonna say 7:30 because Ivy wakes me up early, so I'm gonna be on for 7:30. Okay, thank you for my heartbeat. So I will see you all Monday. Have a fantastic long weekend. If you guys have Monday off, I know I do, thank God. So see you Monday. Bye. Have an amazing weekend.